Hello, California. Today we're going to talk about the propositions. The first one I'm going to go over for this video is going to be Prop 1, titled Constitutional Right to Reproductive Freedom and Legislative Constitutional Amendment. This, as they put it in the bill, is reproductive freedom, including abortion and contraceptives. I don't know what reproductive freedoms are. I don't know what they mean by that. They never define it, but that's neither here nor there. My issue on this bill is that it allows abortion until birth, 9 months. This is my issue with this bill. Now, if you're pro choice, if you're pro life, whatever, I don't care. But this is an extreme abortion bill, in my opinion. This is not something I expected from the proposition this year. But I guess most people didn't expect Roe and Casey go overturned. But yeah, this bill's too extreme. You know, um, it leaves a lot of questions like when does life begin? When does a child get their rights enabled to them? What about property rights and inherency rights? Things like that. Um, and that's a lot of the questions, and this would make me ask those questions even more, because based off this bill, when does life really begin? At birth? At conception? Now, contraceptives, now other things such as morning after pills or whatever, those are a different argument entirely. Because you can argue they are a different form of procedure. The procedure for abortion is disgusting, and like if you see it, they're out there, and I would definitely encourage you guys to watch it, whether you're pro life or pro choice, for to understand how it works. But morning after pills and things like that, contraceptives, you can argue their process is entirely different, and I don't think it's fair to throw that into the argument with abortion, because they are different procedures entirely, and how they work is entirely different. Um, I don't know what they mean by reproductive freedom. They never define it in the bill. They never say this is what it means. I don't know what that means. Um, it might just assume what it means based off what? The freedom to reproduce. I don't need the government to tell me that. The, the, the freedom to choose. That's what they want me to assume. But if you were to based off the reproductive freedom, you can make any assumption off of it. And this is a terrible bill. Um, they could do better if they want abortion more legal in California. I am voting against this one. Now, if you think this is okay and that's how you want to vote, go for it, buddy. I don't care. People are gonna vote how they want. People are gonna vote how they want. People have their opinions. People have their different experiences. You know, I don't judge you or anything like that. But I am against this. I'm against abortion entirely. I think abortion should be safe, legal, and rare. Um, there's very few circumstances to where abortion should be allowed, which is life of mother, rape, or incest. And even those last two, you can argue them, but to, to make it easy, I'm not going to try to argue those two things entirely. But yeah, I don't think abortion is something we should encourage as a society. I think life is precious and beautiful. I think abortion, on most cases, should be illegal. I think you should be responsible. You and your partner should be responsible for your own and understand the risks. And there should be nobody should be there. Taxpayers shouldn't be there bail you out for sure. Um, it's your responsibility. Now, again, life is not black and white. Abortion should be legal in very rare cases that occur. Ectopic pregnancies, which you can argue aren't even abortions, but you got ectopic pregnancies, rape, incest, life of mother, and again, two of those. You can really argue two of those, but we'll just leave it at that. I don't really want to try to argue those right now. I don't. They're not that. They're not the issue at hand right now for those two. The issue at hand is the legality of this abortion bill. And should we allow it up to 9 months until right before birth? Is that something that people want? I mean, I I think I think life is precious and we should always we should always be glad. I mean, in California, double homicide is and pretty much anyone who's pregnant. So it's considered life. I also think there's also this little side note here in Texas. There's a case going on where the woman's claiming that her child is or her child in the womb is another person so she can carpool. And I totally agree with that, by the way. I think, if you're going to say it's life, you're going to say that's another human being, you should be able to carpool. It's two people in the car. If there was a car accident, God forbid this happens to anyone, if there's a car accident and they both die, or if there's a shooting and the woman dies with the baby in her, that's a double homicide if the baby dies along with her. So why can't they carpool? I don't see the problem. I understand the purpose of carpooling, but that's neither here nor there. That's just a little side thing. But yeah, this bill's extreme. I'm voting no. I'm voting no for sure. Actually, this is a ridiculous extreme bill, and the only people who would do it that would be this extreme really are Democrats. If you've seen that Eric Swalwell ad, that's that's not gonna happen. Any Republican who's for whatever that ad was suggesting is would end their career. Nobody wants that. That doesn't exist. There's no laws that exist on based off of that Eric Swalwell ad was, where the police came to arrest the woman because she had an out-of-state abortion. That does not exist anywhere. Don't believe that. That's not something Republicans are for, and that's not something that Republicans should probably never support because most people won't support them. So, but that's my opinion. So that's Prop 1. And yeah, I hope we'll go over the next other ones throughout this week. So, happy Halloween.